Hello, I'm Greg Harrison with USDA Market News Service here in St. Joe, Missouri with your national feeder cattle summary this week. Looking at feeder cattle prices this week compared to last week, calves and yearlings mostly week to $5 lower, then turning 5 to 10 lower from midweek on. Cattle futures on Wednesday suffered sharp triple-digit losses and hit new lows for the month on the futures. Market psychology at this time pretty much keeps focusing on a lot of negative fundamentals out there. We have plentiful supplies and lower prices for competing meats. We have some struggling outside markets. On Thursday, the stock market fell 289 points, closing at one of its lowest levels of the year at 17,059 points. We have lower meat exports, and right now we just got a lot of bearish fundamentals and attitudes out there and volatility that is dominating the markets at this time. And we also this week, lack of fed cattle support made its impact also on the feeder cattle market. This week on Wednesday, we saw dress sales in Nebraska trade mostly $4 to $6 lower at $232 to $234, and any leverage that tight fed cattle supplies numbers may hold just right now doesn't seem to matter. And looking over the next 30 to 45 days, we should see through the auctions a good number of cattle coming off pastures, and unless this fed cattle market can make a move up, the feeder cattle market is not going to see really any premiums that we've seen paid for calves and yearlings over the past several months. Box beef prices this week have, if there is one little bright spot, continued to climb higher than the previous week. On Thursday, choice product did close, though, 32 cents lower at $246.46. And since last week, we've seen choice box beef gain a little over $10. And we've also seen the fed cattle market, especially on dressed prices, drop about $6. So packers should have some leeway there. Also this week, looking at the Pro Farmer Crop Tour is being held this week across the Midwest and Eastern Western corn belts, and they're finding corn yields not quite as good as USDA did last year. Indiana, Ohio, and Nebraska, their estimates are below what USDA had. Looking at Indiana at 142.9 bushels per acre, Ohio 148.4, and Nebraska at 165.2 bushels per acre. But South Dakota, their estimates were a little higher than USDA's at 165.9, and Illinois pretty much unchanged from USDA's at 171.6. So when the Pro Farmer Tour, as it continues, probably going to have a little bit lower yield estimates than USDA did. Looking at some regional weighted averages this week in the North Central region, 600-700 pound steers closing for the week about $2 lower than last week at $247.03. 700 to 800 pound steers about steady with last week at $229.52, and 800 to 900 pounds at $213.61. That's $3 lower than last week. In the South Central regions this week, 500 to 600 pound steers about $6 lower at $245.32. 600 to 700 pounds $1 lower at $233.05. 700 to 800 pound steers also $1 lower at $217.58. But 800 to 900 pounds, $4 lower at $205.45. In the Southeast region, steers weighing 400 to 500 pounds, about $4 lower at $256.81, and 500 to 600 pound steers, $2 lower at $234.04. And that's your markets for this week. Thanks for listening. Be back with you next week.